President Trump is pissed at Iran right now and has decided to unleash the gates of hell, saying we are going to hit them very hard. They know it's coming, and it's our turn to do it. Donald Trump then called into Fox News and said we're going to beat the effing S out of them, and then followed up with one of these little numbers right here. Okay. Whoa. That is a direct hit. You can hear the repercussions around shaking. Melting in this joint American-Saudi airstrike. The biggest explosion that I've seen of the war yet. Now, the IRGC headquarters is effectively gone. You can see it smoldering this morning after major hard airstrikes throughout Iran yesterday. IRGC members have been killed because they were blowing up their headquarters. Iranian intelligence headquarters has been completely destroyed in the attack. This morning, you could hear powerful explosions all throughout Iran, windows shattering in parts of the city, the capital of various provinces, Iran's vital oil production and refining infrastructure effectively gone. See the smoldering wreckage out this morning. What is this the aftermath of? It's the aftermath of this. See the Tomahawk missiles, the weapon of choice tonight, raining them down.
נפילות בנבטים, אחי. נפילות קשות בנבטים, שומע? וואו, 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 וואו. יא אללה,
Iran has no defense capacity. No defense capacity at all. Again, like America can just do whatever they want. And it seems like Donald Trump wants peace because, well, I mean, at some point, this gets kind of boring because it's like, you know, actually what you want out of this war is stability. You don't want further chaos in the oil markets. You don't want further chaos in the commodity markets. This ends up being bad politically for Donald Trump. As the poll numbers are consistently showing that the war is just like not popular, and what it's doing with gas prices and grocery prices, not popular. So it seems like what Donald Trump is trying to do is to strike fatal blows to saying, okay, let's end this regime. Let's do enough pain. Let's speak in a language that they understand, where there's enough pain and enough destruction, and maybe enough their bad guys are gone, that everybody just gets to the negotiating table and it's all done. Pounding the S out of the Iranian jihadist regime tonight. Donald Trump. This is what happened last night. American forces. So what was the precursor to all of this? Footage shows American missiles striking Abadan, Iran's oil refining heartland. The unconfirmed video captures the strike on Abadan. Launched at 8 p.m. It holds the world's oldest and largest refineries, sitting right on the Iraqi border, at the head of the Gulf. Makes any strike there carry weight far beyond the target itself. Washington has spared Iran's energy infrastructure through and the entire war, hitting military and maritime sites instead. So they hit Abadan matters enormously. The city has absorbed strikes of military facilities before, but this looks really bad. Something is badly burning, and you can see multiple fires, you know, across these, you know, the industry that goes up, that can go up like kindling. And the precursor to all this, of course, I don't think is what Trump wanted. Trump was doing peace talks effectively with the leaders of Israel and Ukraine at the White House just 48 hours ago. Donald Trump saying he would like for the talks to resume with Iran, but he's ready for strong military action. Upon saying this, he went to the funeral of Lindsey Graham. And at that funeral, Iran decided to strike U.S. bases again, the same bases that they killed 4 soldiers at, a base called Muwaf Salti in Jordan. Iran sent ballistic missiles to that base from deep inside of Iran. And those are the same kind of ballistic missiles that took American lives recently. And this was all while Donald Trump was at the funeral of Lindsey Graham. So it seems symbolic. Anyway, the missiles, thankfully, were shot out of the sky. There's no direct reports. Iran is claiming that they were very successful. There's no direct reports that there were any American fatalities or any major loss. U.S. Saudi forces struck back swiftly inside of Iraq, and Donald Trump said, hey, we're going to hit him really hard tonight, and he did. And then what happened next is a LNG port that has American assets at it in Egypt got hit by a drone. You can see here at the head of the Nile, not too far outside of Cairo, which is right here, and outside of Alexandria, which is right here. So this LNG port called Damietta got struck, and you could see the gas storage facilities were hit by a drone. They were on fire. They were set ablaze. The ships were so badly damaged, they had to be driven out to the Mediterranean in order to not have the fire spread. Reports that Chinese shoulder-launched missile systems would be heading to Iran very soon, that Iran had bought $100 million of a Chinese-manufactured man-portable air defense missiles. Oof, not good. Also, reports of the CIA facilities getting struck by Iranian Shahidi drones that were targeted by Russians. Intelligence agencies are investigating whether Russia provided intelligence for Iran to strike CIA locations and CIA facilities. Oof. Because their strikes are getting far more accurate. So this is why Trump launched the airstrikes last night. CENTCOM said powerful response to yesterday's attempted Iranian strikes on U.S. forces based in the Middle East. And here's what we know as of this morning.
U.S. forces launched heavy strikes against the regime. Dozens of targets were hit, including IRGC military command centers, missile and drone launching positions, and the remaining maritime capabilities belonging to Iran. Now, U.S. Central Command released a statement saying CENTCOM forces successfully completed a heavy wave of strikes against Iran in response to yesterday's attempted missile attacks on U.S. forces. The strikes aim to further diminish threats posed by Iran and its proxies to American forces, commercial shipping, and neighboring Gulf countries. Earlier in the day, President Trump told Fox News, we are going to beat the effing S out of them after the Iranians launched that surprise missile attack on U.S. forces in Jordan. The president later spoke from the Oval Office, saying this.
We're going to hit them very hard. I mean, I can actually say that because in that, there's very little they can do about it. It was a different group than we're dealing with. They've already apologized, but, you know, we got to smack them a little bit.
Mr. President, what should hit back when they strike?
Will I always hit back?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Just 12.
I mean, at some level, you got to love him, right? Donald Trump obviously got the weight of the world on his shoulders. But I'm telling you, the weight of America is all that matters. And we've got a lot of problems in this country. And so I want this to be wrapped up. We've been very consistent on this. We don't want to be weak. We want stability. We want peace in the world. That always, not sometimes, always means you have to make an ugly peace is better than ugly war. And so that's what we're praying for here. That is the position of this channel. We want American blood to be avenged, and we want the movement to stay strong. And so join us, ladies and gentlemen, in that. Let me know what you think in the comment section. What's going to happen next?